I don't know about you, but I prepared myself to leave everything behind. I prepared myself for the event that if I'm at work or if I'm at the grocery store, if I'm nowhere in a place of comfort, I'm prepared to keep moving forward. Yes, that is the mindset that we have to be in. We have to be in the mindset of being prepared so that we don't have to get ready. Because the thing is that most of this planet, especially the people in America, are in a state of complacency. And to be in a state of complacency is to be in a state of being comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you're not prepared for anything. You're not paying attention enough. You're not understanding the danger that you're in. Now, we have this president who's constantly ruffling the feathers of people round about, especially in Canada. We have a guy that's talking about an economic exclusion act when the economics here is putrid, when it is depleted. You guys got to understand something. Your votes don't mean nothing. And I can't stand the fact that I keep saying that and people continuously do this left and right crap. That does not matter. You got these data centers popping up everywhere, and all of a sudden, people's power is going out. People's electricity, and we're talking about massive, massive power outages, right? Where some of it could be attributed to storms, but here's the thing. A lot of those storms, right, are tumultuous. A lot of those storms are devastating. But the deeper part about it, the devil that's in the details, is that these people are behind it. Now, given, yes, HAARP is a weather manipulation object, right, that they've had for a very long time, but also it's allowed for them to have it. You see, you got to remember, America is wicked to the core. Not only is these the storms and the electrical grid being used and manipulated by these people, we have to understand something. God is not happy with the people of this country. God is not happy with the human family of this world. You see, we complain, we mope, we murmur, we do all these things every single day without giving an account and giving God thanks and asking him how he feels. Well, in fact, the Bible tells you how he feels. The Bible says God grows angry with the wicked every day. So since he's been quiet for 6,000 years, now he's beginning to speak. Now he's beginning to move. Now he's beginning to judge. And it's not going to stop until he comes back after the Great Tribulation. You see, the fact of the matter is, those of you who say fear-mongering, and those who say, oh, he's a pessimist, you got to understand something. I've seen things that you haven't seen. I've heard things that you haven't heard. And when this power grid finally goes kaput and poops out on us, some nasty stuff waiting and lurking in the darkness. You have predators, you have rapists, you have people who have no regard for life. You have people who don't even care about their own lives. Okay, you have the United Nations underground and these deep underground military bases that cannot wait. These are called sleeper cells. You have people walking around that are just waiting for that switch to click in their brain because they're MK Ultra soldiers who are chipped up. Yes, they are chipped up. You got a lot of stuff waiting and lurking in the darkness. And we're still walking around with this lackadaisical mindset like business as usual and nothing's going to change. You have to remember, when the power goes out, you no longer have money in the bank. When the power goes out, you no longer have a place of comfort on this natural plane that we live on, this terrestrial platform that we call Earth. Because when people are hungry, when people are scared, they do things that they would never do. They do things that they wouldn't do, but because of desperation and because they have children and families, guess what? They're going to come and take your bread. They're going to come and take your comfort. They're going to come and take your resources. And this is not to scare anybody. This is to give you mental clarity of exactly what the hell is happening and what's getting ready to happen. Okay, if you know the city that you live in, if you know the country that you live in, and you know the capability of violence and evil that is on the plight and on the cusp, oh man, ladies and gentlemen, if you think nothing's going to happen, trust me, you need to be mindful that you're not the only one with a gun. You're not the only one who can fight. You're not the only one thinking about these things. Now, the difference between those who are thinking it is those who are doing and those who are thinking, right? Most of us can't even jog 5 miles. Most men can't even do 10 push-ups. But we have people running around saying, oh, I'm ready for whatever happens. But you got to understand something, right? God knows that we think that we're going to be somewhere in a place of comfort when these things do happen or arise. But guess what? I got news for you. He's going to make sure that you're not where you think you're going to be. He's going to make sure everybody's faith is going to be tested. Everybody's manhood is going to be tested. We're going to find out who people say they are. And I tell people all the time, do not come online telling people what you have or what you prepared to do. Do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Don't tell people that, because you got to understand, people online live around you, okay? You may not know who they are, but they're watching these videos. Okay, Sally has a generator. Sally has some pistols. Sally says she got some food. Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind. Because these YNs, if you think they're wild now and the lights are on and the police are still around, wait till the police are no longer available. Wait till you can't dial 911. It's going to be all out mayhem. And then you have all these other nations here in this country that don't give a damn about you being an American, flying a flag and eating hot dogs and watching football on Sunday. They don't care about that. They don't care nothing about that. And there'll be some wise guy or some nut out there that will say, oh, man, you sound scared. No, I'm prepared. I'm prepared, wise, because these things are written in that good old Bible that a lot of you hate. It's in there. It's not in the Quran. It's in the Bible. So I would implore all of you to sit down with your family and have a very serious conversation. Have a very serious conversation and see where everybody's head is at, see where everybody's heart is. Because I'm telling you, the Bible says that a man's foes are those of his own house, which means those you call family are going to turn on you. Those that you think love you are going to show you they don't care nothing about you. In fact, a lot of you men, and I hate to say this, but a lot of you men are going to do your families bad. A lot of you are going to take everything that is for the family and take off and run. And when things get tough, you're going to betray your wife. You're going to betray your son, just like wives. Some of you are going to betray your husbands, children. Some of you are going to betray your parents. And I'm telling you, America is going to be a big cemetery very soon. Donald Trump knows all about this. The British monarchy knows all about this. The United Nations knows all about this. Everybody across the earth knows this. But guess who doesn't know this? You people in America. You're so comfortable. You're so complacent. And you're so misinformed. You're so deceived. You're so delusional. And notice all this stuff is happening right around what? Football season, basketball season, baseball season, where what? You're so focused on entertainment and food to where Caesar's getting ready to pull the rug from up under you. You better wake the hell up before it's too late.